got my broom, ready to do some sweeping and and see the Celtics handle business tonight in Brooklyn.
Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it's better if we record after the game. Let's do that. I think that'll be better.
Right. That would make more sense.
Yeah.
Because then I can have my broom ready and do some sweeping.
Let me head.
Yeah. Pro Fan Sports Podcast. Let's get it. Pro fans, tune into the program. Every single week, get the dope, fam. Sean on the mic, very flat too. Keep you updated, that's what we do. Pro fans, tune into the program. Pro fans, tune into the program. Pro fans, tune into the program. Every single week, get the dope, fam.
Yo, what to do, everybody? It's your boy, John Altidor with Pro Fan Sports Podcast. Back at you with another one. My boys, Vlad, Barry, and today you get the three of us, because our guest had a little family situation, taking care of that. But it don't matter because it's an exciting night, right? What just transpired, we saw, what do you call it?
Yeah. Damn right.
I knew Barry would have had a broom, so I'm like, let me grab a broom.
The last time there was a sweep, right? You remember when I had on me on deck the last time the Celtics swept in the playoffs?
I remember that. I'm like, I gotta have a broom ready because Barry's gonna have his broom ready.
You already know.
Yeah. We were supposed to record earlier today, but we held off because we wanted to see what the verdict of tonight's game was gonna be. And now, what time is it? Almost 10 o'clock, and we got a verdict, man. Celtics got the only sweep of the first round of the playoffs so far, man, against, one team that pretty much every other team in the East was trying to avoid. And it looks like the team to avoid in the East is going to have to be the Celtics because they put a whooping on these guys, man. How y'all feeling?
Man, I'm excited. Before this, John was saying the ref was trying to give the game away. Then the talk earlier in the day is that this referee is whenever a series is about to end early, they put this referee in to extend the series. Damn, I think this is about to happen again.
Yeah.
With the fouls and the calls and Jayson Tatum being fouled out, I was like, fuck, who's gonna score? But Marcus Smart picked it up. Jaylen Brown picked it up. And then
Al Horford with a clutch putback.
Horford was big bucket.
Big.
Al Horford had that big bucket. So, man, it feels so good.
Hey, man, it's so good. I'm having a beer on the show, man,
Yes, sir.
Gotta have it, man. Barry, how you feeling? I know you had us winning by 6. And you said that pretty early on, and I mean we won, not by 6, but we got the sweep, man. I know you're going
better.
crazy.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I'm ecstatic. I'm feeling great. This feels amazing, to say that we really swept the Brooklyn Nets. We swept a team, that had KD and Kyrie Irving, two of the best scorers that the game has seen on the same team, and we were able to beat them 4-0. And not even Scott Foster. I'm going to say his name because I know, Vlad, you were talking about him, but I'm going to put him on blast and say his name. Scott Foster was the official that all Celtic fans, whenever they saw a list of officials, were like, damn, like, y'all got this dude officiating. Like, we know he's going to try his best to, give the Nets a game and, and avoid the sweep and not let these guys get swept on their home court. But not even Scott Foster could, help them and could stop and prevent us from sweeping them. So it feels damn good. It really does. Like, that was tough sweep. That fourth game is always the hardest game in any series, regardless of who the opponent is and where they're playing. a really good and talented opponent, and you knew tonight was going to be a battle and a war and a dogfight, and it was to the last second. Like, it went down to the wire, and down to pretty much the final possession of the game. And I'm just so proud of the way this team really fought and grinded it out, and and really had to dig deep to pull this win, because it wasn't easy at all. Particularly, when JT getting fouled out, I was really worried and concerned that was gonna cost us the game. And I'm so glad that it didn't. And those other guys stepped up and and made plays, and and we're able to get it done and pull this victory out for us.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, we saw all pretty much every starter except for Daniel Tice put up double digits in scoring tonight. And outside of the last 5 minutes of the game, it seemed like we were just moving the ball all night, and it was definitely a team win. Jaylen Brown came out with 22 points. Marcus Smart had 20. Jayson Tatum 29. Al Horford 13. And Daniel Tice only put up 6, but then you had Grant Williams put up 14 points, man. And it's like,
he had a big game. Hit some big shots in the first half.
Every time these guys, brought it back down to like 5, Grant Williams hit a 3, or Al Horford hit a 3, something, man. And, we saw Kevin Durant scored 39 tonight, and Kyrie Irving
looked
scored
like
20.
KD tonight.
He looked like KD tonight, but it's just like KD can get his points, but the Nets just don't look like they haven't looked like a team all series. Like what do you guys? I mean, it's been spoken about to death already, but what do you guys really think happened to this Nets team? Because they were the favorite to win the title this year.
I mean, you got somebody like Kyrie Irving who barely played throughout the year. You have Steve Nash, who's, I think people have always said, like, is he really coaching? Like, who's really the coach over there? And they don't have the depth that the Celtics have, and they don't play any defense, which is like a signature Steve Nash kind of team, you know what I mean? So like
Mike D'Antoni.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, that's right.
And I also think the Ime Udoka did a good job coaching, making it really hard for Kevin Durant to really beat Kevin Durant. Like I've never seen us suffocate a player, such a great player, as much as we suffocated that guy. He barely had any space to score, and it was unbelievable. I mean, I think the Celtics did a great job playing defense, and that was really the goal.
I mean, KD scored 39 tonight, but he had a lot of turnovers, man. And it's like I don't know what happened to him. Pretty much every single game this year, man. He's just like so many turnovers, and tonight he got it going. He was hitting his shots tonight, but those turnovers hurt.
He had to get it going tonight. Tonight was the last night. If you don't get it going tonight, when are you gonna get it going? He scored 16 points last game. He scored 20-something points the first couple of games. They didn't have the best. I mean, somebody like KD. I mean, if KD was being really KD, he could have averaged 30 points this series if he wanted to. I mean,
easily. Absolutely.
If you get somebody like KD and you have him not average 30 points, that's a win for you.
Facts.
I mean, do you guys think it's a flaw? Because the other day I saw him talking, after Game 3, and he said he's out there thinking too much, and he's not trying to get into his teammates' ways. And I'm like, bro, you're Kevin Durant. Who cares what your teammates are doing? Like, get out there and score the fucking ball, man. Like, you shouldn't be worried about, getting in your teammate. They should be worried about getting your way. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you?
No, facts. Absolutely. Now, it definitely makes total sense of what you're saying, but it doesn't make sense of what Kevin Durant was saying. Like, it's like, bro, like, why are you worried about your freaking teammates? Like, you're the best freaking scorer and one of the best players in this game in the league. Like you should be, you know what I'm saying, looking to, you know, to take over and looking to, you know, be aggressive and be in attack mode at all times. You know, and it looked like, you know, the Celtics defense really got into his head, and I really frustrated him and took him out of the game psychologically, and like legit just made him not be aggressive. Like there was one game, I think it was game 3, he only took 11 shots.
11 shots.
And I'm like, bruh. Like,
I think Bruce Brown took 19
down
shots.
0-2, game 3, a must-win game 3, you know, on your home court. You know what I'm saying? A game that you absolutely have to have, or else the series is over. And you're only taking 11 shots. It's like, bruh, like, what are you doing? I get the Celtics defense was phenomenal and outstanding this series, and definitely got to give them all the credit in the world. Like, they were, you know, a huge reason of why, you know, he struggled to, you know, get any kind of rhythm and to be able to, you know, score, you know what I'm saying, and shoot the ball as well as he normally does. But at the same time, it's like you know, you gotta adjust that. You would think it would take, you know, it wouldn't take until game 4 to finally, you know, find, you know, the right adjustments to make to counter that Celtic, you know, defense. And we finally saw he made the right adjustments, but it was too little too late. Those adjustments should have been made in game 2 and game 3. You know, when you saw how the defense was playing, you know how they were going to play you, because they played you the same way all series long. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, the playoffs are all about making adjustments and being able to counter what the other team is doing, and they didn't really do that, you know, particularly KD, and that was very, you know, surprising and you know, pretty mind-boggling to me that, you know, he really looked that bad. Like, we've never seen Kevin Durant look that bad before in his career, like, period, but especially in the playoffs. So that was stunning and shocking to see him say that and kind of, you know, just, you know, have that mentality. Like, and I mean, I guess, you know, the Celtics took you know, the heart out of him until tonight, but yeah, you know, that's just what it is. They just ran into a better team, and a team that's clicking on all cylinders on both sides of the court.
That's a fact, man. I feel like, you know, we talked about Steve Nash, and I don't know, he had a lack of adjustments throughout the whole series, you know. And we saw game 3, he brought in Blake Griffin, you know, who played, like 16 minutes, and, you know, he was all iced up at the press conference after the game. And I'm like, man. But then, you know, you had somebody in there.
He hadn't played in so long. When's the last time he played 16 minutes in a game? It's been a hot minute since the last time he got that much run.
He had Claxton in the game, and, you know, him and KD were playing well tonight, you know, but that kid, every time he got to the line, he was missing shots. You know, I think he maybe hit like 1 free throw tonight.
Yeah, like 1 or 2. He missed his first 9 before hitting one.
Yeah, and every time they you know, they put the camera to the Nets bench, and I see LaMarcus Aldridge just sitting there. And I'm like, why is he not, you know, taking a chance on the rest of the guys that are on the bench? You know?
That's how bad Claxton shot. He broke Shaq's record for missed free throw in a playoff game. You know how bad Shaq is to like break his record?
That's ridiculous.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know why
that's unbelievable.
I don't know why Nash didn't play Blake Griffin earlier, and I don't know why he didn't play LaMarcus Aldridge at all. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's mind-boggling, to say the least. I mean, honestly, I don't know. As a Celtics fan right now, I don't care what the Nets did. Good for them. All I know is that we're on to the next round. We swept them, and it's just an incredible achievement to sweep 2 First ballot Hall of Famer.
Ballot Hall of Famers.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
For
No
sure.
question about it. And real
I
quick,
mean,
John, I just wanted to say this is that the reason why those guys weren't playing, they hadn't played in a while. It wasn't just like it was before this series.
it doesn't even matter how long they haven't played, man.
There'd been but you know how it is though in the playoffs. Like the rotation shortened. You're only playing 8 or 9 guys, so you're only bringing 3 or 4 guys off the bench. You're not going 10, 11. You know what I'm saying?
I know how.
You don't
how rotations
have
work.
a big rotation.
I know how rotations work, man.
Right, but I'm saying that there's
regardless of the rotation,
don't play.
You still got LaMarcus Aldridge is a veteran in the NBA. Like LaMarcus Aldridge has played in playoff games. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't take anything for you to put him in there.
What is he gonna do out there?
What was Blake Griffin? Is Blake Griffin young? Blake Griffin's not a young guy.
Than LaMarcus Aldridge.
And
actually look better.
Claxton's not doing anything. Drummond's not doing anything.
He's a defensive liability.
What are you talking about? Claxton's not doing anything. Griffin's coming in there.
He's young, athletic.
He's athletic.
You know what
he's
I'm saying?
athletic, but he's not hitting shots, right? He's not hitting anything at the line. I'm talking about
that's not his game.
So how many times is one thing, doesn't work enough for you to change it? You know what I'm saying? Like nothing is changing. You have to try something. You know what I'm saying? Like if you keep doing the same thing, getting the same results and you don't change it, that's crazy.
In definition of insanity, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like all I'm saying is like give the guy 2-3 minutes. Let's see what he can do. Let's see how he can impact the game. I know he would hit free throws.
If he didn't put sorry.
Aldridge?
No, not Aldridge. The other guy.
Blake Griffin?
If he didn't put Blake Griffin in game 3, he would have never knew that Blake Griffin could have gave him 8 points.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's really like, now that you lost, you should have tried something.
I mean, you're down. You're down. Ben Simmons is not Ben Simmons.
But we got to get to him. We got to get to Ben Simmons.
He's not walking through that door anytime. You got to try something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying LaMarcus Aldridge is going to come in there and, like, take over games, but he could give you a different look. You know what I'm saying? See something that may work for you. And the guy looks sad, out there just sitting there. And, I'm pretty curious to see what they do about that team next year. Because if I'm those guys that are sitting on the bench, I'm not coming back to that team, dude. I'm going somewhere else I can actually, get a chance to play. You know what I'm saying? But like Vlad said, dude, I really don't give a shit about what the Nets are doing. I really care about the Celtics and, the 2 superstars we have that finally have started working together, man. Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum, man. For the last couple months have been amazing playing together. Like, what happened to those guys?
I think it started with Marcus Smart. It started with Marcus Smart accepting his role. And once Marcus Smart accepted his role, then those guys were able to shine the way they were supposed to shine. You know what I mean? And I think for a long time in the past, the Celtics have been having those shoot first point guards. And Marcus Smart wanted to be that guy, but he's really not. So him being able to direct the
that's what we thought. He was really not.
Yeah. But him being able to direct the offense and making the correct pass, now all the other guys are making the correct pass. How many times did Jaylen Brown make the correct pass in this series? First game, that's how we won the first game. Even in this game, that game 4, he made a crucial pass to Al Horford, who scored a 3. I think in the 4th quarter, which kept us alive,
With like 4 minutes left.
And I think it's just Jayson Tatum just being a better passer and just being able to score, being able to give up the ball and wait to get it back, you know what I mean? And when he's double teamed, being able to pass the ball instead of forcing it, So just, I think everybody on the team accepting the roles started with Marcus Smart, and then everybody else just fell in line, which it's been amazing. I mean, I think even Jaylen Brown, who I think needs to improve some more. He's already been passing more than he has in the past and making plays, so which been great
I
to see.
mean, he's been the most consistent scorer in the fourth quarter this whole series.
Yeah.
I think he scored like 9-10 points every game, in the fourth quarter. He's basically been the closer. Jayson Tatum's gone through the games, put us up, and then Jaylen Brown takes over, in the final quarter and just like does his thing, I I agree with what you're saying. I saw a tweet, I think this morning. It said, the Celtics got Kyrie Irving, we got Kemba Walker, and then we brought in Dennis Schroeder just for Marcus Smart to be the point guard that we needed the whole time.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because
it's insane.
I think Brad Stevens, did an unbelievable job. Just saying, hey, we're gonna give the ball to Marcus Smart this year and see what he has. And it's like everything switched for Marcus Smart because you don't even see the crazy shots Marcus Smart would shoot anymore. Because he was playing out of position before, and now he understands he's the point guard. Listen, my job is not to score. My job is to find the right guys. And, when I'm open, and it seems like every time he shoots now, he's actually open and taking the right shot.
I completely agree.
No, for sure, absolutely, and it's like, his decision making is, has certainly gotten better, and like his assists have gone up. Like I think he had double-digit assists tonight. He had at least 10 assists, and just those passes that he's making is just like that crisp pinpoint passes. Like he's reading the defense, he's making the right play. He's actually playing smart basketball, for a lack of a better word, and really like having a better understanding of the game and of defenses and how they're trying to defend the Celtics and and where to go with the ball. I think for sure he's been a huge part of this turnaround, as well as Tatum and Brown certainly have been a huge part of this turnaround. But for sure, I think those guys have, like you guys said, taken their games to the next level and are like really on that superstar status. Like now we definitely gotta consider those guys as not only all-stars but elite players in the league. I think they've certainly starting to creep up and show that they can be able to not only compete, but they can beat anybody. They're good enough to beat the other elite and top tier players in this league, regardless of who they are. And it's just incredible to see the growth of that these guys have had, from the midpoint halfway through the season until now. It's just like night and day. It looks like a totally different team and like feels like a totally different season from when they first started. And it's just you just really I'm just amazed about like how what I'm saying, like they've instantly been able to change and turn it around. And I think you also have to give credit to Ime Udoka for that, because they finally bought in to the system. Everybody, like, he finally got those guys playing the right way, how they should be playing, and they, and everybody, it took them a while to buy into it, but once they bought in, what I'm saying, they started flourishing and, taking off and becoming the team that they are, and really the best team in the Eastern Conference. And, if you ask me.
Listen, these guys got to be accountable. The ball got to start, moving around. And Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown got to understand their roles on this team as, the primary guys, that they got to start thinking of themselves as the superstars. And it seems like these guys have really started doing it. And, I think right now the sky's the limit for them, offensively and defensively. Everybody's bought in, like Barry was saying, man. And now we're going to move into the next series, which I'm assuming is going to be the Bucks, right? Milwaukee Bucks, who struggled to beat us that last couple of games without, our starters in the lineup, and now you were trying to avoid the Nets, and they just got swept. And now, what are you going to do with the Celtics? You know, what do you guys think about that series? And how confident are you in being able to take down last year's champ?
I mean, I think the key word, the key phrase right there was last year's champs, you know, and the teams that everybody's trying to take down. But the big news is Chris Middleton.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Middleton is out.
That's a big loss.
We win that series for sure. If he doesn't come back when we play them, or at some point when we play them, we win in that series for sure. If he's in,
wow, really that confident?
Oh yeah.
If they don't have Chris Middleton?
If they don't have Chris Middleton, we win in that series. But if he's in, I still think we can win that series. It's just gonna be a long series because that team actually plays defense and they actually play together. They've been playing together for a while. That's why they won last year. So it is not a team to take lightly for sure. And you have the Greek Freak, one of the best players in the world. He's gonna be a problem no matter what. I think you might be able to stop him 1 game, 2 games. He's a pretty strong guy, so he can make plays. He can make space for himself. On
bully ball.
And play bully ball, exactly. I still think that Ime Udoka might use the same system that he used against KD to just not give him space and make him foul. But he's one of the best players, and he'll pass the ball if he has to. So I just think that it's going to be a tough series for sure. But with Chris Middleton being out, I think for me, at least for me, that's a guarantee win with Chris Middleton being out.
Guaranteed. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a Vlad guarantee right there. Woo.
Hopefully it doesn't bite me in the ass. But I think with Chris Middleton being out, because Chris Middleton, he plays the Celtics. He's like
he goes off.
Celtic killer. Yeah. That's how I like to call him.
He's like top 5. So him
being out, Jordan when he plays the Celtics.
Say that again?
Oh yeah.
Thanks to Jordan when he plays the Celtics, man.
Exactly. Exactly. So with him being out, I'm very confident that we can win that series.
Barry, how you feeling about that series coming up?
Oof, man, I'm more nervous about that series than this series against that we just played against the Nets. I think that's going to be a much tougher series than what we just had with Brooklyn. I think we win that series, but I think it's going to be like a long series. I think it's going to be like a 7-game series, like a back and forth, hard fought, tough, physical, series. Because we're playing the team that's, very, well rounded, and and even without Chris Middleton, they still got, guys that are, more than capable of, stepping up, and they're not obviously Chris Middleton, but they're, guys that you still have to, respect, and they're still, capable of, playing well at a high level and getting the job done. So, I definitely have a lot of respect for, the Milwaukee Bucks, and particularly, Giannis, the Greek Freak. I'm not sure if that defense is going to work against, him, because he's a different kind of, player than KD. I mean, definitely going to, try it out, I'm sure different, give him different looks and try different things to see what works against him. But, he's a guy that's extremely hard and difficult to keep, out of the paint. And, when he gets into the paint, you obviously have to, the defense is going to collapse and suck in. And then, when he kicks it out to those shooters, they still have shooters that are more capable of making shots, for them, even without Middleton. So, those other guys have stepped up, like even Grayson Allen stepped up for them. Certainly like, Bobby Portis, Drew Holiday, all those guys can make shots, particularly when they're open, off of Giannis's dribble penetration. So, I think that they're certainly, they got a tall order than their hands full, trying to cover, Giannis, one of the best players in the league, if not arguably the best player, right now in the game. So, but I think we're gonna even have to, play better, particularly, on defense, and then I think offensively, gonna, like you said, have to continue to play that selfless basketball. Continue to move the ball, and exactly, and continue to execute, at the high level that we've been executing at, and and guys are gonna have to, continue to make, shots. The role players are gonna have to continue to, to hit shots when they get their, opportunities. So I think it will certainly be an extremely tough series and a lot more competitive and challenging. But I think this team's up to the challenge. I think that home court will make a difference and come back to bite the Bucks in the ass when they decided to, not get the home court in the second round and get the 3 seed and take on Chicago. So I think that will certainly make be a factor, make a little bit of a difference in this series. But it's still going to be a battle in the dogfight, to say the least, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how that series plays out.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, fellas, I think regardless if Middleton plays in this series, I'm not a prediction guy, but I'm confident in this team. I think they can take the Bucks out regardless of who's playing. I know one thing. One superstar is not going to win this series. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Celtics are not going to lose to one superstar. Like, I mean, we just saw them sweep 2 superstars. I don't think one superstar is going to come in here and take over this series, because, he's going to have to score, 50 a night,
which he's capable of doing.
He's capable of doing that. He's capable of doing that, but this is playoff basketball, man. We make adjustments, and I think Ime, he's a defensive guy, and I mean, we've had the best defense in the league this whole calendar year. You know what I'm saying? So I think, like I said, for sure, it's going to be a hard fought battle, but I think the Celtics can take on anybody right now. Especially with Rob Williams coming back. He didn't play too much the last couple of games, but I'm glad that he came back, to start getting some of his win back. And you see when he's out there, man, we play a lot better on defense. And I think, we have the tiebreaker against the Bucks for a reason this year. Like, we've matched up well with all those guys this year. You know what I'm saying? So I think we can take on anybody, and I think it's really on the Celtics. I think they're a finals team. They're a championship team. You can just see it. Everybody's scoring at a high level. Everybody's passing the ball, sharing the ball. Our bench is playing well. Peyton Pritchard, D. White, Grant Williams, and I think we just got the pieces to actually make something happen here. And I'm definitely looking forward to that series for sure, man. So the Celtics swept the Nets once again. The last game ended 116-112, and now we're on to the Bucks. Barring any crazy situation where the Bulls decide to actually play and not get killed. By the you know what I'm saying? Because one thing I can say for sure, the Celtics are not the Bulls. And the Bucks are not going to come in here and do what they're doing to the Bulls. And I think, Barry, you hit on it. The big key right now is the home court advantage that we got. And I think we were right to play for the second seed and not, bow down to anybody, try to go down. Because we would have been on the road, if we didn't win out. And I think that's a disadvantage for us. And we play comfortable at home. Those two home games, were crucial for the Nets series, and I think they're going to be even more crucial for the Bucks. You know, so we'll see how those games go, man. And I mean, there's nothing much else we really got to say about this. You know, as of right now, we waiting. Right, everybody else is still playing, and we waiting. You know, so we're going to be getting some rest.
And Robert Williams can just get healthier.
Right. So there's nothing, or what, I want to say nothing. What really concerns you guys about the Bucks? Is there anything that really like would make you worried about the Bucks, that that could beat the Celtics in this series? And
I mean, of course they can beat the Celtics, man. I'm just saying, like, I think we have a really good chance of winning, and I think we can. You know, I don't think it's impossible for the Celtics to win this series against the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect the Bucks because they're a championship team, you know, but I don't think they have the same grit that they did last year, you know, and especially with Middleton being out, I think they can be had right now for sure.
I mean, like I said earlier, if Middleton plays, I'm more worried than if he doesn't play. But I still think we can beat them even with Middleton. But if Middleton plays, then they have a fully healthy team. They play defense. They play well on offense. They play together. It's a great team. I mean, they have all the things the Celtics have, but the Celtics have just been playing better and better defense.
Yep.
So, I mean, they can definitely beat us. I just think with Middleton being out, we have the
advantage right now. He's gonna be out for another 2-3 weeks, maybe. You know, with his injury.
So he might not even make it for that series. He might not make it in time, right? Yeah. Since he just recently got hurt. So I think he might actually miss the whole series, depending on how his recovery goes. I mean, I definitely hear what you guys are saying. I think, definitely the Celtics should be the favorite to win this series, and really should be the favorite in the Eastern Conference. I get that, the Bucks are the defending champions, and and they will be, the champs until someone takes them down. But you're right, with the way this team is playing right now, they're, certainly if they continue to keep playing at the level they're at, they're definitely more than capable and ready to be able to take that next step and beat a team like the Milwaukee Bucks and really, make a deep run, at this thing and, and get to the finals possibly. But, one series at a time, first.
One series at a time.
Right. We gotta, take care of the Bucks who are next, and they're certainly gonna be a really tough opponent and give us a tough time. But I think we were up for the challenge, and so I think certainly I feel good about this team and where they're at going into this series, and certainly like their chances of coming up with with this series victory.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And again, Celtics come away with a sweep, and now we're waiting on the Bucks, man. So until those series start, man, we'll keep you updated on everything that's happening. But if you're watching, make sure you subscribe to the channel, liking, commenting, whatever, ask some questions. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you follow us on social media. It's at ProFanSports on everything except for Instagram, and that's ProFans_sports. We're dropping videos every week, content every day, man.
Sports.
This is ProFan Sports Podcast, man. Until next time, man. We'll catch you on the next episode. Bring out the brooms.
Bring out the brooms, baby. Yes. The vibes. We're on to round 2.